All right, everyone, let's take a look here at Bitcoin in this kind of short midweek chat. I want to specifically focus here on Bitcoin, so we're going to go just look at this tweet that I put out recently that kind of got a little bit big. Where is it? Right here. And we got 80 likes and 14 retweets. This is pretty big for me. And I was just commenting on my bud, Crypto Burb here. If you aren't following him, you definitely should. He's a mastermind when it comes to cryptocurrency, and he was just pointing out this chart right here. I had done my own little analysis on Bitcoin right here, but let's actually go and look at this live in real time right here as well. So here's what I'm thinking. And as always, we got to start with the monthly chart. We got to zoom out here. And, it's no shock to anyone. Bitcoin has this tendency of boom and then bust. And then when it gets back through those all time highs, you generally get a nice little run and then boom and then bust. And then it got through those all time highs. You get a nice little run and then, right, boom and then bust. And now maybe getting through all those all time highs and having a nice little run. So, just zooming into the weekly chart, I think the weekly chart shows this best. That we have this massive cup right here that we can take a look at, giant cup, and then maybe this is a little bit of a handle, right? We've been talking about this in the weekend market wrap ups for a long time. That hey, we're digesting this overhead supply, and that may cause some problems, and it has, right? We hit this overhead supply on the beginning of March, and now we are at the mid June, and we're up against this level here as well. So now, if we zoom into the daily chart, we kind of see another cup and handle style look with a big cup here and then a little handle right through here. And that's why I said that this is the best chart on the street. The other thing that I notice is that when you get these meme stock pump and dumps, which, right, GME is just another pump and dump that just happened again. I feel sorry, right? People got stuck in this one and now they're going to get stuck in this one. But Bitcoin, every time when you get these pops, you seem to have these little Bitcoin rallies that happen right after. So it could just be the animal spirits. It could be that, if people are buying something like GME, makes sense that there's kind of extra money flowing around. If people make a lot of money in GME, maybe they move it to Bitcoin. Who knows? But I have noticed a correlation between these meme stocks waking back up and doing these pump and dumps, and then also crypto going. Now, I'm just taking a look at, again, full disclosure, I'm long some. When we broke this anchored view app here yesterday, this is the anchored view app from this prior high. I bought some. We'll clear some of these out here. Let's clear that one out. Let's clear this one out. And let's clear this one out because I also wanted to draw another anchored view app to show you guys. And let's just do that from this all-time high. So this is the all-time high anchored view app. And you can see how scary it's been recently. Every time these sell-offs have come in, there's been a buyer right here, pushes back up. Then a seller comes back in, and there's a buyer right here, and then pushes it up. So shows that people are using this as resistance. Now, if I'm right, and Bitcoin does make a shot at all-time highs and then breaks out from here, where do I think it could go? And this is something that I grabbed from JC and Straza over at All Star Charts. They use this quite frequently. I know they're drawing their fib from that whole massive move, and they're having targets of 120,000, 150,000. I'm a little bit of a short-term trader, so all I did is I drew from this high right here to this low right here, and then we just extend a Fibonacci up to do the 1.618. Setting targets when you're in new highs is really, really hard. So I don't think there's any magic to this, but I think it's just a good way to target. You're basically targeting whatever this particular move is, a little less than that upward. So it just means that, right, you're not going for one time this move, because if you looked at what this move was from top to bottom, and then you extended this up from that high, you're talking still way up here. So instead of shooting for 90,000, 100,000, I'm kind of shooting in this 85,000 area. I think that could be a little short-term push on the daily chart if we get through here. So I expressed this some with Bitcoin that I trade prop with the fivers. You can see that on my website. I have a whole review of them. Also, I have an FTMO account with that in there as well. But also, I'm doing a little bit on my own here with Coinbase. So I bought a little bit of Coinbase today because if I'm right about Bitcoin, then Coinbase, I believe, is naturally going to move with it. I think that's kind of, a no-brainer. I'm not breaking any ground by saying, hey, Coinbase is going to be relative and move with crypto, but basically what I'm looking at here is just a simple declining wedge. We broke that, we chopped around sideways for a bit, and then we pushed higher. If you do the same Fibonacci kind of trick right here, right, there's a pretty lofty target of 336. But if we go and just look out on a weekly chart or a monthly chart, you can see that there's just overhead resistance around this 350 area. I think that would be a decent little target, but if we get through that and we start pushing higher, that's all-time highs for Coinbase. And stocks making new all-time highs, those are things, in my opinion, that you kind of want to hold. So that's my theory, that's my synopsis for why I'm long Bitcoin, why I'm long Coinbase. I always think it's important in these videos just to say, I'm wrong a lot, right? I am wrong a lot. I will continue to be wrong a lot. If I can get 50-50 accurate on these kind of bigger calls in the long run, I'll be a very happy camper. So when I'm wrong, what does that mean? Well, I think absolute worst case scenario, if we go into Bitcoin, you always got to assume you're going to be wrong, right? Absolute worst case, this 66,000. If we lose that, we got to go. If we lose this kind of 67,000 down here, I think the odds are we fail and we break lower. So that's why I love this trade is, say 70,000 just to make it easy, and then say we're wrong at 66,000. So I'm risking 4,000. If I'm right, from 70,000 to 84 is 14,000. So the risk reward there is good on that trade. That's all I care about because, again, I know I'm going to be wrong frequently. Let me know what you think of these deep dives into individual trades that I'm taking. Make sure you go over to statsedgetrading.com where I have a Substack that you can sign up to for free, a free trading course there as well if you're new to trading. Definitely check that out and make sure you're signed up so I can contact you guys when I have these ideas. Till then, I'll talk to you soon.